Hello, friends. So today I'm going to share 3 mindset shifts that have helped us create over $5 million in sales in our business. And honestly, these are the same tips that have helped us rebuild our business. As you know, many of you know we've been doing for the last year. So if you've ever felt stuck or overthinking or like you're doing all of the things, but you're not seeing the results, this is really going to help you shift how you show up. And I don't want your hand to cramp, so just say notes and I will give you a copy of my notes today. I'm actually looking at them to make sure that I don't miss anything. This time change has me a little like, oh, I had to use my own tips to do this video. If the time change has you a little like messed up, just say time change. Let me know I'm not alone. Maybe it's just because I'm 50 now. All right. So tip number 1 is actually one of my favorite tips. And what this is to be a doer, not a feeler. So to approach our workday as a doer, not a feeler. And so I'm going to give you an example. For the longest time, I would have tasks. We use Asana to make tasks, so we know what we're doing every day. And I would have a task to make a video for our business, and I would just push that task out. Tasha one day was like, hey, you are so like on it with doing all of the things. And I noticed that whenever you have a task for a video, it just kind of pushes out, pushes out, pushes out. And I kind of laughed about it. I'm like, yeah, because I hate doing videos. And so I didn't feel confident and would just push those tasks out and not get the work done in a timely manner. And that is actually because I was approaching that particular task from my feelings, and I didn't feel like doing it, so I wasn't doing it. So what we want to actually flip that around and realize that confidence doesn't come from feeling ready. Confidence comes from doing the stuff. And so when we wait to feel motivated, we stay stuck. And if you've ever, been going to the gym or not going to the gym, actually thinking about going to the gym, you're just thinking about it, right? You're like, oh, I'm thinking about it. You're spending so much energy thinking about it. Maybe I'm the only one who does this. And then you're like, oh gosh, if I would have just gone to the gym instead of spending all this time thinking about it, I would have done the thing that I wanted to do. So once we show up and we start moving, we feel better. We're like, oh, this isn't so bad, right? And this is the same thing in business. So we want to take action first and have feelings second. And every time we take action, we actually teach our brain that we can trust ourselves. And that's really powerful. And when we trust ourselves, confidence becomes automatic. So we do the things, we do the things, we do the things, and then the confidence comes. Then the feeling that we're seeking comes, and it comes from doing the stuff, not thinking about doing the stuff. So tip number 1, be a doer, not a feeler. Do the stuff, the feelings will follow. If you want to commit to doing that, just type doer in the chat. I'd love to know if that tip resonates with you. Okay, tip number 2 is to embrace the power of yet. So we all say things like, I don't have clients, I don't have engagement on my social media, or my content isn't working, or I'm not confident on video, right? There's so many different things that we can say when we're building a business. Things that we are not doing yet that we want to be doing. And so the small word that I actually just said at the end of the sentence is yet. So instead of saying, I don't have clients, we want to say, I don't have clients yet, or my content isn't working yet, or I'm not confident on video yet. And that one little word will change everything about how we show up, because it tells our brain, this is going to happen, right? This is maybe not happening today, right here, right now in this moment, but this is going to happen. And one of the things that Tasha says that I really, really love is she'll say, as long as it takes to get there. So as soon as possible and as long as it takes. And this mindset that we're in it, that we're committed, that this is going to happen, really takes the pressure off and helps us be consistent. It teaches us just to continue to show up, right? Continue to do this stuff and know that it is going to happen. Although we can't see it now, it is coming. And when we rebuilt our business, there were a lot of yets. We were like, oh, I don't have a coaching program yet. Well, now we have a coaching program. I don't have clients yet. Now we have clients. I don't have a back-end offer yet. Now we have a back-end offer, right? And so we really need to focus on the yet piece of that rather than the fact that we aren't where we want to be. And that really encourages us, and I hope it encourages you as well. If tip number 2, embrace the power of yet, resonates with you, just drop below yet. I'd love to know if you're going to embrace that mindset. It's just so encouraging to me, and I hope it encourages you in that same way. Okay, tip number 3, and this one is actually one of my favorite tips. It is something that Tasha says, and it's focus on providing value, proving your value. And this actually really shifts the way that I show up. And when I was in high school, I remember, just going through a tough time, lots of insecurities, as I'm sure many of you had as well. And I remember being really focused in on, myself, how I looked, what people thought about me. And my mom, she's so amazing. And she said, Karen, why don't you let's focus on serving someone else. Let's focus on impacting someone else and doing service work. Because when we're showing up for others, we get outside of ourselves and we're no longer thinking about what people are thinking about us. We're actually helping others. And so this is that same concept. When we focus on proving our worth, trying to sound smart, trying to look good, or impress other people, we really get into our heads. So when we shift to providing value, serving, helping, we're able to move out of our head into our heart. That's how I showed up doing this video today. Actually, all of these tips today. I was like, I need all my tips to do this video. I just don't feel like it. And then I thought, you know what? Someone out there needs to hear this today. And instead of focusing on myself, I thought about how can I, is one person going to get value out of this video? And I'm pretty sure, I hope, if there's someone out there, if you've gotten some value, say value, so I know. But, really focusing on you instead of on myself helped me show up and do this today. And so when we're thinking about, oh, what are people thinking about my post? Or, oh, what are people thinking about me? It's hard to show up. But if we can shift that to providing value, we're going to be able to show up, we're going to be able to serve, we're going to be able to make an impact, and we're going to be able to help. And that's where real confidence and connection happens. So that's tip number 3, focus on providing value, not proving value. So to recap, number 1, be a doer, not a feeler. Number 2, use the power of yet. And number 3, focus on providing, not proving. And these 3 shifts have really shaped every part of our journey. We've been in business since 2016. There's ups, there's downs, and when things are going well and when things are not going well, these are the things that we embrace. I hope that they will change things for you as well and encourage you. And of course, if you want a copy of my notes, drop notes below. Also want to let you know that we're super excited. We are going to have an amazing Black Friday special coming up, where we are giving crazy value for our coaching program and extra one-on-one attention at a price that is absolutely insane. If you want to be the first to know about that Black Friday special, we have a VIP list. You're going to get all of the details first, which is super cool because we have limited spots. So just say Black Friday below and we'll get you on that wait list so you're the first to know. I hope this was impactful for you today, and have a